How's it going, everybody? How are you? Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Hey, Miss, how's it going? Hi, Kia, how are you? Hi, Marlene. I miss you, Marlene. I hope you're doing okay. Hi, John. How are you? Awesome, I'm clear, right on. That's good to know. Because sometimes these lives, when I go live, can't really hear me or there's no sound. So I always want to make sure that the sound is on. But I thought I would go live and share our fertility journey. Really good news. I'm really excited. Hey sis, I miss you too, and I'm doing good. Yeah, I thought I'd share a fertility journey because we just got back from Vancouver, BC, and it was a couple day trip. We left on Thursday. Today's Saturday. We're in Smithers right now, and I have a lot to share. I did another fertility post a few days before leaving to Vancouver, and I was really emotional. I was pretty emotional talking about my miscarriage and all that stuff, and my fertility journey 2 years ago. But this time I have really good news, and I'm actually a lot more excited, I guess you could say. Hi Courtney, hi Jessica. Thanks everybody for tuning in. So I'm going to be going over my fertility journey, me and my partner Jeremy's fertility journey. I'm not going to hold back any details, so I'm just going to go with it and just wing it. And if you're interested, you could continue watching. And if you're busy at the moment, you could watch this later. But if you're not interested, it's okay. I totally understand. But this is like a really exciting journey in our lives. I'm 28, my hubby's 33, and we're still pretty young, but we're wanting to start a family of our own, and we're wanting to have a baby. So we've been trying for 4 years, and we were successful last year, but 2 months into my pregnancy, I had a miscarriage. So we decided to go and give it another shot and see if there's anything we could do or any way that we could move forward with conceiving and having our own child, or to see if there's any complications that are causing the miscarriage or that are causing us to not conceive. So I booked an appointment with the doctor, and it was a female doctor because I know she would understand our bodies a lot better, and she would be more into listening to what I have to say and more into helping us. So I booked everything with her. We did all our blood work. Everything came back fine. I explained this all in my other video a few days ago, so I'm not going to say it again. But and then we got recommended to go to Vancouver at the, let's see, what is it called? Pacific Center for Reproductive Medicine. And that is in Burnaby. And I'm very, very thankful that we actually made this trip, and a huge shout out to Gitsen Health Society for making this trip possible. Because I know without Gitsen Health Society, none of this would be possible. Like the flights, the hotel, the food costs, the taxis, everything. It's really expensive. So I'm very, very thankful that we have a lot of help in our community, for our community. But other than that, I don't know where to start. Like, I'm really freaking excited. Okay, so we got to Vancouver, and I'm very scared of flights. A few years ago, our plane almost, like, I'm not going to say crashed, but it had complications with the propeller, and we had a very rough landing. There was ambulances surrounding us. fire trucks and police vehicles and stuff like that surrounding our plane a few years ago when I went there to Vancouver. So I was very scared and very frightened. We weren't allowed off the plane, blah, 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 blah. So this trip, I was really excited that my hubby was coming with me because I did not want to fly alone like I did 2 years ago. And he was very, very supportive, super supportive. I was scared shitless. I had very bad anxiety, and before we landed, I actually started crying. I got really emotional because of the turbulence and because of the bad experience that I had a few years ago. And but he held on to me, he grabbed me and he held me, and we cuddled on the plane until we landed. And even when we landed, he was still holding me, kissing my forehead and saying it's going to be okay, and just trying to calm me down because I wasn't having it. I was actually feeling very scared for our lives and blah, 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 blah. So I'm very thankful that he came with me on this trip. Even though he missed work, he's a workaholic. He provides for us and our family. So, yeah, it's just amazing that he came with me. And I don't know, I'm very grateful for him. And when we got to Vancouver, it was fine. We went straight to our hotel. And then we went walking about 20 minutes to Metrotown, and then we walked for hours and hours and hours in the whole freaking mall, and it was literally crazy. Like, it was so busy. And then we had to walk another 20 minutes back to our hotel. So it was a nice walk. I mean, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I have businesses at home, a home business, so I hardly get out. And that's very bad to say, but being in Vancouver actually was very full of adventure and seeing different people and different places, different food, and it was just a really good experience. So that's what we did the first day we got there, Thursday. And of course, I had to have my bubble tea right away. Oh my god, taro smoothie bubble tea is freaking amazing. It's one of my favorites. It was just really good having my hubby with me. I felt safe, I felt secure, and I just felt all the love from him. And then Friday was our appointment with the fertility specialist. And once again, it's at Pacific Center for Reproductive Medicine. This is the booklet they give, and it's filled with me and my hubby's information. But as soon as we got there, we had to wait. Our appointment was at 1:45, and we waited for a while. We actually had lunch downstairs in the main entrance, and then at about 2 o'clock we got called, and she called me in and she went over a lot of stuff. I actually recorded it on my phone because I want to keep all this as a memory. One day we're going to be blessed, and that day our baby's going to grow old, and I really want to show him or her what we're going through to conceive him or her. And so she or he could look back at these recordings and these videos and be like, this is what my mom and my dad had to go through to conceive me. So I mean, like, it's our fertility journey, and there's millions and millions and millions of people doing it across the world. I'm not the only one, and I'm not ashamed of sharing, because I know there's a lot of other women that are going through infertility, or going through miscarriages, or going through a hard time conceiving. So I mean, I'm open, and I just love sharing our story. But she called me in, and I recorded everything. And she was talking about our tests and our results, and my hubby's analysis and his results, and everything's normal on his end, everything's normal on my end. And she was talking about my miscarriage, what had happened, and I told her I did everything possible. I took the prenatal vitamins that you recommended me to take, and she just said miscarriages are common, very, very common, especially in the first time pregnancy, when a woman gets pregnant for the first time. So I mean, it's like a drastic change, I guess you could say, to the body. And that's something that I went through. And then she talked about, what I wanted to do. She asked me what I wanted to do, and she gave me recommendations of fertility treatments. And 2 years ago, or last year, I found out I was pregnant on October 25th, 2017. And October 26th, I was supposed to go in for a procedure in Smithers, here in Smithers, BC. And the procedure is supposed to check my tubes in my body and to see if they're clear or if they're blocked. And it's called a HSG. And it's a procedure where I go in, I take a couple of medication before the procedure, and then I go in and then they squirt some stuff in my tubes. And if it comes out, then my tubes are clear. If it doesn't come out, then my tubes are blocked, and we would have to do surgery to remove the scar tissue that are in my tubes or around my tubes. She kind of thinks that maybe one of my tubes are blocked, because I did get pregnant last year. And so she thinks maybe one of my tubes are blocked, and it's kind of like cutting my chances in half of having a child. But she said I have a lot of eggs in my ovaries, and she said that's completely normal. And she said that I'm able to have children. My cervix is healthy. My uterus is normal. Everything is fine. My blood is fine. My pap test came back fine. My blood test, everything came back fine. I'm healthy. My hubby's healthy. His analysis is normal. So she said that she wants me to go through with the HSG to check my tubes. So her assistant Amanda was saying that she was going to book the appointment here in Smithers for me. It's either in Smithers or it's either in Prince Rupert, and Smithers is very, very close to us, a lot closer than Prince Rupert, so we chose to do our procedure here in Smithers. So Amanda was booking the appointment. She was contacting the doctor here in Smithers, and I'm really excited and looking forward to that procedure because I really want to know if my tubes are clear or if my tubes are blocked. And then she also said that because of my period is normal. It's every 28 days. Sometimes I'm 4 days late, sometimes I'm not. And it lasts about 5 to 6 days. But the first day of my period, I have severe pain. And I was telling her all this, and I told her when I was younger, when I first became a woman at 12 years old, my periods used to be so painful to the point where I would have to crouch down and I would be crying hysterically because the pain was so awful. I would be puking my guts out, throwing up, and it was just completely painful. And I shared that with her, and she's like, well, how do you feel now? Now that you're 28? And I was like, well, the pain is still there, but it's not as severe. I do feel nauseous and I do feel sick when the first day I get my period. And I usually have to take an Advil, or I usually have to go to sleep for the pain to subside. So she said I might have a cause of endometriosis or something like that. And that they could do a laparoscopy, something like that. I cannot pronounce these words, but it's something where they're gonna stick something through my belly button to see if I have anything around where I shed the blood or whatever. She thinks I don't. She thinks that I don't have endometriosis or whatever. And she told me it's nothing to worry about. It's not a big deal. And then she also gave me fertility tablets. It's something that I've never ever used before or ever done. But she gave me some fertility tablets to take. And they're called Letrozine. letrozine. And what I do is when I take them on the first day of my period, and I take them for 9 days. And then before I take them, I have to take a pregnancy test because I cannot take them if I end up conceiving. So I have to make sure that I'm not pregnant. And then when I do get my period on the first day, I take one pill, and then I take another pill for 9 days. And that's going to help me ovulate, just in case I'm not ovulating, or just in case I have a hard time ovulating. So, I'm really looking forward to that. I've never ever had fertility pills before or tried them in my life. This is like a first experience. And then she gave me more, so I'm gonna show you. I have this on the window here. Gonna show you ladies how they look. So this is the letrozole, and they just come in tablets like that.
Can't see. Still can't see.
It's okay. They get the point. And they're 30 tablets, and I believe I take 2 tablets once daily on cycle days 1 through 9, and these are fertility pills. So I'm excited about those. And then she also prescribed me some, how do you say that, babe? Doxycycline. And this is for me to take before our procedure, our HSG procedure in Smithers. I'm not too sure what day it is, but the doctor will call me and let me know what day my HSG appointment is to see if my tubes are clear or if they're blocked. So before that, I have to take 1 tablet twice daily until finished, starting 1 day prior the procedure. So I take it the day prior to the procedure, on the procedure, and then after the procedure for 3 days. And that's just going to help everything with the procedure that I'm doing. And I've been taking the Pregvit Folic 5, and I'm sorry if you guys can't see that. Oh, there you go. It's in that container. And these are not like the prenatal vitamins that you take from Walmart or the prenatal vitamins that the doctor gives you. These are actually a high dose of prenatal vitamins with a high dose of folic acid. So instead of 1 milligrams of folic acid, this actually has 5 milligrams. So it actually helps balance out your hormones and regulates your body. Actually gives you a boost into conceiving, and it's just amazing. So I have a 30-day supply of these, and I take 1 pink pill in the morning and 1 blue pill at night. So I've been taking these, and she prescribed me another package. And then to help me ovulate, or to help determine when I ovulate, we actually got the BioStrip LH, and this is to see when I ovulate. So this is an ovulation prediction test, and I do this to determine the day that I ovulate. So, but that's all I'm going to share for right now, because we have to go. And but I thought I'd come on and just let you all know what we're going through and the things that I'm doing, things that we're doing to conceive. And I'll share more later when I have time. But yeah, I hope everybody has a good day, and thank you all for the prayers and wishing us luck and all that stuff. I really appreciate it. But I'll share more later. I'll come on again later, all right? Bye.